Hello class, in this video I will be talking about your second health career project, the Health Professional Informational Interview. And this is going to be due on Saturday, December 1st at 11:55 p.m. And as a reminder, late assignments will not be accepted. So during this course, you've been learning about allied and other health careers. How do you actually find out more about what a job is really like, and how can you expand your professional network? So far in this class, you've been exposed to what an interview might look like from the guest speakers that we've had in the class. And in this assignment, this is your opportunity to conduct your own interview. So in this assignment, you will facilitate an interview with a health professional for at least 30 minutes. So the instructions are listed here. First, identify someone to interview. This could be someone from your own job, like your supervisor, coworker, something like that, or your own academic program. So maybe there's a professor who currently works in the field that you are interested in, or previously worked in that occupation, or within your social circle. So maybe it's a friend of a friend, of a friend of a friend, someone on LinkedIn, something like that, who is working in a position that you would be interested in. Ideally, this person should be in a field that you're interested in. So in the past, there have been some students who were just trying to interview anyone that was easy to get a hold of. Yes, you can do that as practice, but it's not really as helpful as actually conducting an informational interview with someone that you are actually interested in the role that they have. So as much as possible, look for someone who has a career that you're interested in. If you are having difficulty, email me, contact the Career Center, or contact the Center for Internships and Community Engagement. Additionally, be sure to take a look at all of those different health professions events that were posted. There are a variety of things that you can check out, and so it would be really helpful to explore those resources. The second step is to schedule the interview. As a courtesy to your interviewee, give them at least 2 weeks notice. Don't try to contact them the day before the assignment is due on November 30th. That is not going to help to develop your reputation as a thoughtful professional in the field. So for example, if you'd like to interview someone the week of November 11th, it would be best to contact them no later than Sunday, October 28th. The interview could take place in person or over the phone and should last at least 30 minutes. The third step is to create an interview guide with at least 8 questions. You can choose from the list below, which I'll go over. Refer to the guest speaker's sessions or come up with your own. So feel free to leverage questions that I've asked in the interviews with guest speakers, or feel free to come up with your own. This is really your opportunity to learn more about the field, so ask questions that you really want answers to, not just to go through the practice to get credit for an assignment. Number 4, interview your contact. So if you choose to record the interview, make sure to ask them for permission first. It's helpful to record so you can go back and clarify what it is that you thought that you heard, and it'll probably be easier to type up a transcript. And feel free to ask follow-up questions and really treat it like a conversation. So even if your specific question was, what was the training like to get to where you are now? If they mentioned something that sounds interesting as they were just talking about their graduate school experience, feel free to ask a follow-up question. Number 5, type up a transcript of the interview. I included a sample below. These do not have to be verbatim. You don't have to capture every or but be sure to capture the essence of the answer. Step number 6, write 1 paragraph summarizing your thoughts of the interview. So in addition to describing what happened in the interview through the transcript, include your own assessment of what happened. What were your thoughts on it? So write at least one paragraph on that. And then you will be saving the file as informational interview _ last name, first name .docx, and then upload your assignment here. So you'll see the format, Times New Roman, size 12 font, double spaced, 1-inch margins, pretty standard stuff, and have it between 2 to 3 pages. So 1.5 pages is too short. Make sure it's at least a full 2 pages and no more than 3 pages. Be sure to include your name and include the name and title of the person that you are interviewing. So here are a list of sample questions. Why did you pursue this career? Could you describe one of your typical work days? What skills are required in your position on a day-to-day basis? What parts of your job do you find most challenging? What was the most surprising aspect of having this career? What do you find most enjoyable? Are there any negatives to your job? How many hours do you work in a typical week? What educational preparation would you recommend for someone who wants to advance in this field? What qualifications do you seek in a new hire? And what is the salary range for this position? So you don't necessarily have to ask how much you're getting paid, because sometimes that, well, frequently, actually, that's a sensitive subject in this country. But you could ask, what is the typical range for someone who has this position? And then there's a sample transcript after that. So you would start off by listing what the question was that you asked. What qualifications do you seek in a new hire? And then be sure to specify what the answer was. A few qualifications that are needed for ABC Healthcare are XYZ, and then so on. And as far as the grading, completing at least 18 interview questions will be worth 15 points. Summarizing the interview in a paragraph is worth 5 points. And your writing style, which includes your grammar, your punctuation, spelling, etc., is going to be another 10 points. So overall, this is worth 30 points. If you would like some tips on informational interviewing, go ahead and click this link here, and it will take you to a webinar from the Allied Health Academy on informational interviews. If you have any questions, again, feel free to ask. I am telling you about this assignment now because it will take preparation. This is not a project to do in a last minute sense, so get started on this now. Start thinking about who you might interview. If you don't have anyone in your direct network, start doing some research, ask around, drop by a clinic, and maybe start volunteering somewhere, and then see if you can find someone that way. But get started as soon as possible. Thank you.